Thank you. Please on your camera. Hi, Yichen. Hi. You see my this book? Oh, hi, Howie. Hi, Ryan. You see this book? What did you say there? You see the because my cat. Oh my, this one strategy, right? Correct. No? You see the strategy? The word called strategy. Yeah. Okay. Hey, Xing Chen. Hi. Okay, I want you on the cameras for a while because it's going to record for attendance purposes. Okay. Don't mind. Can you on your camera, please? No camera. Reason. Okay. Okay. Thanks. 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 Who else is not in? Thanks, Ryan. You can on the camera all the way. Okay. Wait, let me get back my picture. Okay. Hi, Xing Chen. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hi, Xing Chen. Hi, how are you? Is that you? Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you have a very mature voice, man. Okay. You have some problem with your camera, sir?
I don't think it's working.
Okay, so never mind. Then you off your camera. Thank you. All right. Just on. Okay, just mute your mic. Thanks, Xing Chen. Oh, so you are set 3 from Nanyang Sec, right? You can type and send. Nanhua. Oh, sorry. Nanyang. Nanyang is girl. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, guys, thanks for joining. As I know, you saw just now, I show you the strategy. And the past 3 days, I've been taking out this course and it's from 9 to 6. It's very tiring, but worth the effort because it's talking about something like art of war strategy. Then why I'm sharing with you this is something that gentlemen, I would say all gentlemen here, right? There's no ladies in this class. So gentlemen, the reason I'm telling you this because history is something like in the future, you might use it for your day-to-day work and study. And how are we going to do it then? So because remember, I think guys, that day we talked about this, right? Yeah, talk about this. Huh? Yeah, talk about this. Anyone answer me? Sorry, please. Yes. So the SWOT and then, or should I say about this? SWOTPEL. Remember? Okay, in my this recently, just to show you, yeah, I did mention this, right? Somebody can just reply me. Remember, I talked about this, our dear Stalin. Okay, just to show you from here. I hope you can see. Oh gosh. You see all this SWOT analysis, right? Okay. Can see, Then you see the date there. I'm taking out this course. And guess what? What I taught you about the SWOTPL is using it in my advanced diploma by Singapore Management University, as well as future in your university. Also, they will be using all these things to teach you. So what I'm sharing with you is that how can we use it in Stalin? How can we use it in Hitler? Or how can we use it in the Treaty of Versailles, whatever it is? Okay. Now, let's go to the sharing. Unfortunately, our dear friend today is not here. Okay. Hopefully I can share it from here. As you can see, our dear friend, part 2, right? I think last week, wait, did I mute my mic? No, okay. Last week, Benny was sharing about how Stalin was able to rise to power with pure luck. No, not only that, I think he enhanced, okay, the essay by saying this part here, okay? Just a quick one. I'm sorry, Xing Chen, you just joined. You might be a bit blurred, not in the picture. Don't worry about this so much because we are actually sharing the essay. Xing Chen, just a quick one. Where did your teacher stop so far at this point of time for your history? For your Sec 3, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. Yes, Xing Chen? Are you there? Sorry, Xing Chen? If you can, what is HE? Hitler, you mean? Okay, just nice. Rise to power. Okay, thanks, Xing Chen. Okay, don't be shy. If you want to unmute your mic or check with Uncle Raymond, by all means. Okay, Xing Chen, thank you. Yes, second chapter, yes. Okay, so you are not lost somewhere. So we are just nice at this topic here. Okay, so, yep. Let me see, can move. Okay, I'll just put it like that so I can see everybody. Give me a minute, guys. So sorry. I want to just arrange it. Okay, as you can see here, okay, our dear friend Benny has wrote this. I just want to highlight this. Steady Rise to the supreme leader is mostly definitely a testament to his ability to manipulate and machinate and organize. This shows that how Stalin is so powerful. Remember last week we talked about how he make use of Trotsky. Was it a sheer luck that he came into the power? Benny used that as you can see, some of you, because Benny is from the IP cohort, and the way he writes will be a bit different. Okay, Xing Chen, you don't get being what you call shocked by looking at the essay in this way. So it's a bit different, all right? So in this event, one may note that several events may rely on chance, but the formats, because I asked Benny to send me his history format from his school, because sometimes the question that they craft out, they design, the architect might be different from your O-level history, which is 8 marks and 12 marks, all right? So, but nevertheless, we can still use it for knowledge, for comparison, for how you write a good essay, all right? So for example, his executive wrote in the worker meetings and his lead to organizing strike. So this strike helped him to demonstrate, to jump to organizing armed hits and robberies. These jumps all contribute. Realize all these words are very funny, they use it. Okay, all contribute to Stalin's rise and his induction to the Communist Party. All right, his selection as a leader in all. Okay, and his supporters, you see, use those different words of jargons and different kind of vocab have been pure talents. So this part he did not really I agree with him, but this part he did not say that whether is it pure luck or is it based on his talents plus a little bit of luck. Okay, hence we may say that luck has its own part to play in Stalin's rise. However, he would definitely still need to use his intellect to make himself visible and noticed. Oh, so what you say that here, that yeah, he talks so much about, you know, he came into power, he made use of the testaments, he made use of the weakness of Trotsky, he made use of the riots, the revolutions, okay, the Bolsheviks cause here, all these, and or get close to Mr. Lenin and get become the Xing Chen, you know about this, Stalin was one of the what barrier when Lenin died? You know his barrier, right? The funeral barriers in front of him. I think, I'm not sure your teacher mentioned to you about this one. So why is it that is so significant? So why is this question significant? It's just like SWOP, okay, the swapel, just like I mentioned here, right? Okay, the SOWOP. Oh, this is, oh, it's here, right? Can you see the chat group? Are you able to see the chat group? Anyone can see the chat group? No, right? Can? Can, Okay, so let's go back to the same thing. Okay, I will type again. So this SWK. So what is the strength of Stalin using here as a Sherlock? What is the weakness? Obviously, the weakness is his opponent. He took the O stand for the opportunity when Lenin died. And what is the threat to him? Of course, the testament, right? So what is the P? How productive it is that he used this as his advantage to become the leader of USSR? Was it very E? Is it efficient, effective, and give him a good, excellent result to become the leader of USSR? So L stands for his leadership. Was he really has a leadership to lead USSR? I mean, from your GK, general knowledge tells you, yeah, of course, that's why he was the leader. And that's why later he joined forces with the USA and the United Kingdom together to fight with the Axis power, which are the three. So I just stop here for a while. I just want you to recall back, hopefully, which are the three Axis power that USSR fight against. You can type in the chat group. You can unmute your mic and tell me. Xing Chen, do you know which are the three Axis power? The set four should know, Yes, Xing Chen, you want to speak up? If not, you can pass. Don't be shy, Yeah, today, 9 to 6, I also doing Zoom with my lecturer. I got 40 participants plus 2 facilitator. We have to on the video non-stop. The only time they don't see our face is during the break and the lunch break and maybe a bit of toilet break. Other than that, we have to see our face. Yes. Oh, okay, good. What is IIRC? I don't know what you refer to. IIRC. Yes, correct. It's Germany, Italy, and Japan, the Axis power. Now, a quick on Ryan. Oh, I learned something. Oh, it's called IIRC. If I recall correct, you are absolutely correct. Yes, right. Germany, Italy, and Japan. If you forget, guys, just remember Germany is BMW or Mercedes. Italy is Lamborghini and Ferrari. Japan will be Toyota and Suzuki. So easy to remember, right? In fact, you see, after the World War II, their economy went down very badly. But after a few years later, they come back. In fact, now they are even stronger than before. So you realize that it's in their blood. They like to challenge the world, be it military power or economical power. Then you say, wait, uncle, remember why you tell me all these things? I just want to pass my history A1. Sorry. If you are coming for my history lessons, I always want to relate history in real life and how you use it so that you make you to learn history more with passionate, with compassionate, and with better, deeper understanding. Okay, it's not just to learn to get A1 there. I'm so sorry. Okay, that doesn't make use of the purpose. So like just now I show you the SWOPTEL swaptel. That's what I call it. But my lecturers will use this book here. Okay, it cannot see. There's sometimes the lighting is very bad. Okay, I think you saw right this book here. This book. Okay, the strategy books is also using SWOP. Okay, that shows something. What you are learning now is definitely going to use in the real life in the working example. Okay, so this is where we're going to add in on that. All right, so let's move on to the next questions. So the 12 marks one here. Thank you, Xing Chen. Okay, but before that, can any I will throw this question to my set 4 student. Okay, UK. UK stand for what? Yishan?
United Kingdom.
Thank you. Okay, now I throw back the question to Hao Rui. Hao Rui, what is United Kingdom? Just imagine Uncle Raymond very blur one. Don't know one. Okay. Hey, what is United Kingdom? Hao Rui. Yes, Hao Rui, are you there? Yeah, United Kingdom, but so what is that about? Hao Rui, are you there? You can type to me if you don't want to talk to me, no problem. How about Ryan? How about Rayton? You know what my lecturer told us the first day. This is a very is a symptom. It's a kind of Asian symptom where everyone is waiting for someone to talk. Then when he was giving lecture, it's okay, Ryan, it's okay. I mean, if you don't say I don't know lah. From now on, all of you don't say IDK. Okay, I prefer you to say I'm not sure. Okay, I'm not very clear. If you say I don't know means you are not motivated to think. I rather say I'm not sure, I'm not very clear about it. Okay, so don't use IDK. So my lecturer said that when he was giving training in Asia as well training in Europe, the participant is different. Can I have a volunteer? Then in the hotel rooms, all the Westerners will raise up their hand. But when they come to Singapore or in Malaysia, we give training, can I have a volunteer, please? Everyone was like, you raise up the hand. And then let's say I raise up my hand, say, yes, Raymond, you want to volunteer? No, I volunteer Yichen. Or maybe Yichen raise up his hand. So sir, you want to volunteer to talk? No, I volunteer Ryan. Okay, just a joke, but it's not a joke. Sometimes it's like that. So I would prefer you to be more proactive in my lesson, if you don't mind, so that it helps. So it's okay. Now, United Kingdom, take notes. It's divided. Consists, not divided. I'm so sorry. United Kingdom's got 4 countries. Rayson, can you tell me which are the 4 countries that's combined together called United Kingdom or the Great Britain?
Wales.
Yes.
Britain.
Karen.
Northern Ireland.
No, that's all?
I'm not so sure for the last one. I think
Okay,
it's Scotland.
The guys wearing skirt, right? Sorry. I always say that. Do you know in the world, there's this Europe country that the guy wears skirt. Huh? Uncle, are you okay now? Where got guys wear skirt one? Are you sure not? Scotland, right? So you're right, Rayton. You got it correct. It's Britain, which is called England. Actually, it's not called Britain. The 4 countries consist of United Kingdom. Please write down somewhere in your paper, please. Okay. If they ask you, let's say one of you go to overseas, and let's say you go to United Kingdom or Great Britain to study. You come back, you say, I graduate from United Kingdom. They will ask you which country, please. Unless you say that I graduate, like for me, my 2 degrees from England. Straight away, they will ask me which university. Mine is Sheffield as well as Birmingham. Okay, and now this is my 3rd degree, which is from SMU. So United Kingdom, you have to tell them Wales, W-A-L-E-S. That is the only flag I like the best. I love the flag so much. You know why? They got a dragon there. Okay, that is Wales. The 2nd country is called England. The 3rd country is Scotland. And the last country, not bad, Rayson. You know it's Northern Ireland. You did not say Republic of Ireland. Okay, because the previous old social study, some of my students, you cannot get it right. I'm very, very disappointed. I won't get angry. I get very, very disappointed because I keep telling them and they got the pictures. Please go and Google it. It's very important. Then you have to ask me, Uncle Raymond, why you tell me this one for what? Because with 4 countries combined together, still cannot whack the Germans. Something wrong must be somewhere, right? It's just like imagine 4 person beating 1 person. 4 countries combines the resources. But then again, of course, Germany got combined from Italy, combined from Finland, combined from Belgium, Yugoslavia, Austria. So same end up become like gang fight. Okay, so United Kingdom. So well done. Okay, Rayton. So these are 4 countries. What about United States of America? How many countries are there in United States of America? Harry, you want to answer? Is Harry there? At least you show me a hand or thumbs up or so emoji. Are you there, Harry? Okay, no problem. Not sure. Well done. Hey, you learn fast, Okay, I give you an A. Well done. Okay, not because you're not sure. I give you an A. I give you an A for participation and answering me back. Well done. Okay. How many countries are there in United States of America? Xing Chen. Yes, Xing Chen, are you there? Ryan? Okay, this one nothing to do with learn or not. This is more on the general knowledge. Don't worry. How about, okay, I'm sorry. Today, don't mind. I will target Yi Chen and Ray Chen more. This is not punishment. Okay, Yi Chen, you want to make not a wild guess, a guess on that? How many countries are there in the United States of America? Ishan?
I think 3.
3 countries. Okay, thank you, sir. Don't worry. How about Ray Chen? How many countries are there in the United States of America?
I said 3.
Sir, okay, thank you. Mute your mic. Thank you, sir. There is no country in United States of America, gentlemen. There are only 50 states of, that's why they call United States of America, brother. The 50 states consist of like Hawaii, Alaska. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. Remember, my class is all about F. You have to feel here. You have to be fantastic, fun, fabulous, and you must think like a. You must think like a freak. If Hitler don't think like a freak, do you think he go to World War II? If Stalin don't think like a freak, do you think you kill the kulaks? If they don't think like a freak, where is the TOV comes in? Guys, 50 states. Guys, you don't believe me? Go and look at the United States of America flag. Each star represents a state, okay? California is one state, which is where my godmom stayed. And then San Jose is not a state, which is one of my, talking about that, I'm very pretty on my Burmese friends. And one of my Burmese students now is actually working in US. Not bad, He used to be my ex-student now, of course, my ex-student. Now he's working in US. Not bad, per month US dollars, you hear quite carefully, US $8,000, his salary, His English was so bad, so sucks. Okay, he come from neighborhood school. And the first thing come to me, Uncle Raymond, I'm a Burmese. I don't think my English is very good. Next time I got chance, I show you how he speak English. And he showed me that day in my Facebook, he showed that free Burmese, free Myanmar, something like that. I cannot comment anything on that. And I sent a message to him. Hey, Brian, was that you? He says, yes, Uncle Raymond, it was me. Then I want to cross-reference, right? You remember? In SPQ, we have to check reliability, usefulness, and whether comparison, right? I sent and asked his brother, which is my friend also, and his son is also my godson. I say, hey, Casper, was that Brian? I say, yeah, my brother. That's my brother there. You see? So who say SPQ is not useful in real life? Okay, just to share you, I don't want students to come and learn history and tell me, Uncle, very boring. Wow, learn all these kind of stupid dates, names, don't know how to spell and how to write. You're wrong. That day, somebody was telling me about this Joseph Goebbels. Was it who? I think I was wrong. Just to correction, I did my research. I think that day a bit blur. I was saying that he was very fat. Okay, remember? I think somebody was saying that, right? Okay. Now, United States of America are 50 states that form United States. So the reason why you have to take notes, your teacher may not share you, since I pause here for a while for the benefit of the Sec4 and a bit of Sec3 student. Now, US cover the two oceans, the Pacific and the Atlantic Ocean, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. Now, US, if California is in the day, New York City on the other side will be night. So practically US is running 24 hours. And who can fight with these productions? Japan is like 所谓人不足蛇吞象啊，对吧？一晨 did I use correctly? Anyone Chinese good here? 人不足蛇吞象, right? So he want to attack US and go and bomb which part of United States of America that caused World War II. The Sec4 student. Thank you. The Hawaii, right? Like Leo and Stitch, the Hawaii, right? Thank you, Yishan. The Japanese Pikuyang, right? Go and attack Pearl Harbor. On which year, on which month, on which day? Can tell me now. Then you ask me, what's so important? Bomb to bomb liao lor. Because of bombing, that's why he go and attack. That's why the war started. Very important. No? Seriously, it's very important. Do you know not? Yichan and Rui Chen. Sorry, I drift your part from there, but it's still under history. It's 7th of December 1941. Because of that date, after that, all the way, okay, they start off to attack the both sides. The Southeast Asia, okay, part of China, okay. I believe you all know about the Nanjing massacre and others. Okay, I will be repeating this so many times already. Okay, so later on, the Japanese also Ichibasai go and attack Russia. Okay, then attack China, and then attack then later on they got this Midway. After the Pearl Harbor, the US of course not happy, right? They send their 7 aircraft carrier. Oh, by the way, can anyone tell me? Don't laugh, because I can't see your face. Do you know what's the meaning of aircraft carrier? Just as a vote, vote. Can you answer me, please? At least vote yes or no. Don't be shy, huh? Do you know what is aircraft carrier? No? Yes or no? Yishan, do you know what is aircraft carrier? Don't Google, don't play cheat, don't Google. 对，航空母舰，对，你讲话也对。可是有些人还不懂什么是 aircraft carrier 嘞。Anyone? 瑞晨、星辰。I like these cars. All the 陈
Yes.
终于是成功。瑞晨 what is aircraft carrier?
Aircraft carrier is a ship.
It's a ship. So what big deal about the ship?
Is able to allow aircraft to fly.
Thank you so much.
To attack opponents in the sea. Awesome.
So when you tell me you did not do well for history, straight away I know your contextual knowledge is good. The first thing I ask you, you fail because or you did not do well or you did not hit the highest mark because of time management. You lack of practice of time management. You are right, a large ship that carry planes. You know, I got students tell me, aircraft carrier is to carry the bomb. Huh? Then carry the bomb, then the ship land there and throw the bomb. Okay, that's one incident. The other one told me that was a few years ago. Aircraft carrier, I know, uncle, I know. Aircraft carrier is to carry the cargo, then go to dock the place ready, then they start to unload the cargo. But it's aircraft carrier. Okay. They carry the aeroplane. Then when they reach the shore, the aeroplane alight from the aircraft, then they start flying off from the land. I'm not sure whether you're laughing now. Okay. You might say, wow, my goodness, seriously. You're right. If you go and look at it, Akagi, Akagite. Okay, these are the two biggest aircraft carrier from Japan. Enterprise, Hornet, these are from the USA. Then you ask me, Uncle, what's so big deal? You tell me all these names for what? I can't use this in my history to write this. If you can use it and use it in the history correctly, you get bonus point. Okay. If I'm the examiner, I'll give you bonus point. Okay. Okay. You should know the enterprise. Until today, the USS, not USSR, United States of the Navy, they are using this aircraft carrier to enterprise. Of course, there are other enterprise. You realize that all the enterprise in US, they're named after their president. Your US aircraft carrier Kennedy, Roosevelt, and except Obama, and I'm not sure they're going to name aircraft carrier Donald Trump or not. Okay.
You got the Yorktown also, right?
Yorktown, yes. Hey, all right, man. Give me a high five. I give you high six. Keep the chain. Well done. Yorktown, in fact, Hornet or Yorktown was being badly destroyed. There's the reason why I want to tell you why 7th of December 1941 is very important here, because they actually, the Zero fighter, which is the Japanese Zero fighter, they want to go to Pearl Harbor and bomb the aircraft carrier, because aircraft carrier is the way that they can bring out all the aircraft to go to the nearest place. And this also carry on during the Saddam Hussein in the Iraq and Kuwait war, and recently with Syria war. And then you always must do this, favor yourself and do justice. Wait, Uncle. Then you always say, when you study history, you always must pause there. Why I learned all these things? Why you tell me Yorktown, Hornets, Enterprise? What can I help with this? But all these details, it bring you about strategy. It bring you about plan. Remember the art of war, Sun Tzu Bing Fa. Okay, there are 5M. Remember, I told you all these things, the manpower, the machine. The reason later on, I think some of you are doing Japanese, why Japan surrender, or why Japan lost the Pacific War or the war is because of few factors. It's the same like when you do business. Why your business are booming, why your competitors close shop, just like, the $2 shops, okay, and why they are booming and some of the retail shops are not booming, because is it due to online sales, or is it due to because of Instagram, or is it because they get some celebrity to do their promotion? Then you will see, can this related to my history or social study? Yes, it's definitely it is. History is about emotional. History is about how you plan, you strategize. That's why it's the SWOTPEL. Okay, so this is more than that. I'm just giving you one level up so that when you study, you don't say, "Oh my goodness, I got my goddaughter also set for this year. She told me this, which I cannot take it." Remember, I've been teaching her for 3-4 years in history, and very hard to persuade her to join history. Then she really like history. Then a few weeks ago, I think she stressed. Say, "Uncle, I really cannot study history." I said, "Why? So many dates to remember." Then later when she saw Benny, Benny, you're not here, okay? Okay, she's quite pretty also. Okay, Benny, sorry. Just kidding. Then she said, "Why I remember this time, 3,500 tons, all these things, all these things. Am I supposed to remember the years and the names, very hard to spell, all these things?" Excuse me. Then I asked her, "You also have to memorize your equation for your science and your maths also, right? Your physics, your chemistry, your bio also, right? So why are you complaining? If you got reason to complain for this one, then you got reason to complain for all subjects also." So in fact, once you are mastering the history of the memorizing word as well as social study, some of you please take note. Social study, you should know, is even tougher because it's the day and day things. They'll talk about CPF, they talk about skill future, they talk about unemployment, baby booming, all these things. Then it's very influx of a lot of information. You need to read a lot of newspaper. That is more fluid and more liquid. Wow, jialat, how? Sorry. So then if you can use your brain to use this to memorize, you are enforcing, enhancing, and ensuring that your brain power is at the tip-top condition that you can prepare for a war, which is your GCO level. That's what I told her. And I'm telling you, I'm serious. Okay? This is where it is. You are toughen up yourself. This is why Hitler at that time feel very bad that he cannot win because of his Weimar government is so weak. Stalin was very frustrated because the Nicholas the Tsar, okay, such a big country lost to Japan, and certain part of the island was taken away by Japan. Such a big country was being attacked by Germany. Leningrad fell, and it became, the whole country was, the whole city was being kind of surrounded and forced to be in cannibalism, all these things. Sometimes we learn all these things, you must learn why. Why you tell me all these things? What is the purpose I learn all these things? Then later, when you start to plan your strategy, when you start to look into the human resource factors in your life, when you go to poly, when you go to JC or even university, then slowly, surely, and definitely SSD, you will surface out. This is where it means. Let's look on this one. Was telling rules a disaster? Surely, one more time, slowly, surely, and definitely it was a disaster. Look at this, the way they do things here. Okay, so answer your question. Thank you, Rui Chen. So I think my advice is to all of you, the thing is that because this is online, I cannot spend 1.5 hours to sit here and say, okay, class, okay, today I'm going to do this question called was telling you a disaster. Please on your camera now, on everything. Okay, now your camera must show that you're writing to me now. So I sit there 1.5 hours to look at you to write. Is it productive? I'm not sure. To me, it's definitely not productive at all. Okay, but I will do this when my student come to my actual physical class in my tuition center. Then I look at them, do now. Then they do. So I will walk around and see, hey, why you write like that? But of course, when they will test, I will just take note. Sometimes I use my camera and take the picture, not because I want to show to your parents they study or what. I will take a picture so that when I mark the paper, I will flash it. Hey, you see, just that day, you see, you're wasting that 2 minutes there to look at the stupid questions or answer, and then you don't do anything. No wonder you cannot complete your essay. What is this? Huh? If you start there, then you start to bring things I told you how to use already. Why you cannot use that? Then they start to do that. But unfortunately, in online, I expect like Ryan, that time, was it Ryan or Harry? You asked me about the Treaty of Versailles, right, Ryan? Your school homework, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Was it you, Ryan? Just a quick one. Are you there? Yeah, I think so. Okay, yeah. So this is where, okay, if you have school homework, you want to do it and then send it to me, please inform my colleague in the WeChat, say, I got a homework for Uncle Raymond to check. Please ask him to log into Google Classroom, or please ask him to check my email. Okay, so for the next 6 months, I will be honestly very, very busy because I'm also writing my new books about creative books and also doing research from other things, and also preparing my exam paper for my Set 4 students, including the 2 of you, and also preparing some of the questions for history as well as a social study and English. So sometime please tell me, I will work. When I come to history, there is no day and night. I think some of you know, for the benefit of Xingchen, okay, I got student 11 plus PM send me homework. I got 10 plus people ask me to Zoom to check the history homework. Okay, so let's go on here. So there's a quick one now. Our dear friend Benny, look at this. You see, well, he really see that TASS stand for embarrassing news. Okay, so he really further. You see, I think last week, Wei Chen and Yi Chen, I think Benny and Hao Rui and Ryan, you know, right? Last week he did one, so that's why it's called the part 2. Okay, so he after that he really sent to me an update. No, well done, right, Benny? If you are listening in your YouTube later on, well done. I'm really proud of you. However, selling was not a pure disaster. I like the way he said that, not a pure disaster. Yeah, he is a disaster, but not 100% because of his fault. USSR. Very good, guys. Don't go and write Russia for me. Okay, it's USSR. Okay, still managed to become a superpower. Okay, the 5-year plans. Okay, fire the spark plan. So thanks to him. That's why Russia until today was so successful because of this. Okay, the satellite, all these things. And then you might one of you or maybe, oh my, sorry, not one of you, sorry. So my goddaughter will say, hey, uncle, I never studied this there. It's not in my textbook. Can I write like that now? Oh, my first satellite, it's not related. Like my textbook never say that. Sorry to say, the IP and the IB. Let me explain to you. These two cohort students, their history textbook is 2 times thicker than yours. If you don't believe, next week you can ask Benny their textbook, unless Benny textbook is the same as yours. The one I saw when I taught my Sanic girl, their textbook is really like something like that plus pure history. Then when I teach another one IPs a few years ago, their textbook is so thick. And when I was in my ex school, I managed all the history books in the library of my school, ex school. Okay, I have the privilege and honor to read some of the studying books, and it's written there for IB. Okay, it's IB, not IP. Okay, International Baccalaureate for IB student. When I look at it, oh, People were like, when they start to read the book, they will start to falling asleep. When I read the book, I was mesmerized. Wow, I even take some pictures. So when our dear friend Benny write all these things, I say, oh, cool, man, you are there. Okay, then you might ask me, Uncle, you haven't answered my question. You haven't answered your goddaughter's question. Can write like that or not? Obviously, not really wrong to write, to be honest. I won't say 100% wrong. And was it somebody say this guy, right? Remember? Then I mentioned about Hitler also got one very good guy that is very able to talk. Can I know who was the one last week who tell me this? Was it Yi Chen or Wei Chen? Can you remember? I was saying Hitler got one. Hitler is a very good orator skill, right? But he got another guy, also very good, Joseph Goebbels. Then you tell me it's Joseph. I say, no, he's a fat guy. I was wrong. Okay, later I'll show you. You were right. I don't know who was the one tell me that. Okay. So, yep, let's go back to this. Okay, just keep, sorry. So you add in more of these things. This one you can read on your own for later. I'm talking about here. Overall standing rule was an iron fist that provide a tall pedestal for a few lucky people, but crush everyone underneath. So how can I say his rule was not really totally disaster. Okay, and he also in the industrial Russians assist in military economic power. I tell you, without studying his very iron fist and make the USSR to be so strong in industrialization, I'm very sure German tank. Anyone can tell me the name of the 3 tank? The Russian tank is called the T-34 tank. If you watch those war movie, you know, when the German hit, boom. Yeah, I think it has to hit 2 or 3 times, then the T-34 tank, the Russian tank will stop moving or immobile, and then caught fire. The T-34 just one shoot, boom, the whole German tank gone. Then you say, okay lah, for movie's sake, you tell me, but why you tell me this? Because of technology, because they think Germans are very good, but because they didn't also get foreigners to come in. Then you say, you tell me this one for what? Foreign, okay. Isn't it the same? Singapore also need foreign talents to come Singapore. Isn't the same that all of you who are in the express, you study social study about diversity? The first chapter about good citizenships and governments, the 4 different types of marriages. Right, correct not? That I always say, sorry, no offense, even this is recording. I always tell my Singaporean student when I was a teacher before, or even until today, I always tell my Singaporean student, 你们不用好练. Don't get so proud and ego and as proud as a peacock. Today, you enjoy the success of Singapore is because of your great-grandfather, grandfather, and your parents, myself, to make today what is great. What were you going to do for the next generation of yours? Are you going to maintain it, improve it, and make it stronger and better? Are you going to make the national service of Singapore much better? More battle weapons? Okay, things like that. Like myself, I contribute to NS when I was 18 years old. I go army. Then I go to Ministry of Education. I become a teacher. Now I'm an ex-teacher. Now I join the police force. I protect. So I defense, I educate, I protect. Amen. I'm very happy of myself being a Singaporean. It's just like why China need the army, why Taiwan need the army, or South Korea, any country. So why is this important? Because it protects the political, the economical, and the social aspect. That is why history and social study, to me, in my opinion, are like husband and wife, or should I say the twins. They marry together, they have to share the common interests to understand the benefits of living as a good citizens in a country like Singapore. Okay, so let's move on. So that is the reason why, oh, I did not tell you, that is the tiger, the leopard, and the Gepard ten from German. Okay. The industrialization of Russia, as I mentioned, happiness, the task for seeking the more important happiness. You see, if today's Stalin did not set the groundwork well, I think Russia today will be a country that is very big, but it's not very stabilized, not very strong. It's just like if your father, or should I say, sorry, I'm very sorry. If your parents did not set the right footing for you when you were in K1, I'm looking at that side because I got a big spin on this side. That's why I did not look at this way. Sorry. When you were K1, your parents set the right footing for all of you. And today, you're able to manage yourself well. Unfortunately, there are 10 over million or 100 million of children in the whole entire world. They do not have an equal best footing like you. That's why they suffer poverty, they suffer hardship, they suffer uneducated society. They end up become the child soldier, slavery, terrorism. And if this society will go on like that, we are killing one another. It's the same what we have learned history. Stalin built up this because they have different ideology. German is Nazism. Stalin is, I'm so sorry, this history did not talk much about China history. I keep repeating again and again for the benefit of Xingchen. I don't think it's fair that this textbook never mentioned a lot in China history, which I find it is not, it's short chain. And China and Russia is communism. Italy is fascism. Japan is, don't mind if I close my eyes, because my eye is not, my right eye is tilting, sorry. Because I think too much of looking at the video, the laptop. Japan is militarism. United Kingdom, which is the 4 countries that I mentioned, and also United States of America, which is the 50 states, they believe in democracy and freedoms of speech, or laissez-faire, free trade. So there are different ideologies, and all these ideologies is to get rid of imperialism. Was it Benny or Ray Chen sent a message to me, say, Uncle Raymond, recently you did not upload notes inside the Google Classroom. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you for reminding Uncle Raymond. I already put in all the slides inside my Google Classroom. Please be kind enough to take a look at it, and that is why I'm saying that how history relate to our real life, especially the 5 of you here. So when you're young, your parents may have different ideology to bring you up. Maybe your paternal grandparents and your maternal grandparents and your parents got 3 different ideologies. Your 外婆外公 might want you to 学武术. Your 奶奶爷爷, which is your daddy mommy side, want to ask you to 学书法. Your parents want you to learn ballet. No ballet, sorry. Might ask you to learn phonics, English phonics. So which one is correct? Can you tell me which one is correct? Anyone? At least I talk so much, let me rest for my voice, can? Because tomorrow I'm going to Tuas Link to do my presentation to my lecturer. If I feel I got to pay back, so don't mind, let me rest for a while. Which one do you think is correct? Your paternal grandparents correct, or your maternal grandparents correct, or your parents are correct to give you? Wei Chen? Xing Chen, Ryan, Yi Chen, and Hao Rui. Who is correct?
Aaron.
Aaron, thank you, sir. Ryan? Anyone? In fact, all of three parties, they are all correct. Yi Chen, 你听过文武双全吗？你听过文武双全吗？ Anyone that are good in Chinese can reply me. 你听过文武双全吗？什么是鹤？鹤是 mean yes Sorry, this word I'm not very familiar. Is it yes? Right? 文武双全 then this word in Chinese 一个文跟一个武是吗？一个文跟一个武就是兵字是吗？是不是？一个文跟一个武就是在一起就是一个兵字，对不对？ So your parents and your 2 grandparents, they want you to have a holistic, 文武双全, thank you so much, Yi Chen. They want you to have a holistic upbringing so that you not only can protect yourself, you are well educated at the same time, 你会饮水思源, right? I know, I believe you know what it is, to know the roots of the water that we come from. So the same thing what Stalin and Hitler or the Prime Minister Tojo or Winston Churchill, Roosevelt, or name it, all these leaders, or Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, okay, or even Deng Xiaoping. Sorry, I respect Deng Xiaoping more than Mao Zedong. That's my personal opinion. Every time I come to this topic, I got 3 schools of people, okay, especially from China. Okay, they will come and tell me 3 different stories. Okay, one is a very old one, which is my grandparents. They will scold me. That's why I don't like Mao Zedong. Second one is my generation. The third one is the best. They will say, yes, Uncle Raymond, I agree with you. Deng Xiaoping is the best. So I leave it to you. Okay, so this is what I mean, the passion of history. And in China, okay, for all of you, you know that In China, we got Tang, Song, Yan, Ming, Qing. Prior to that, there are a few dynasties. So why we learn all these things and related to history here? Because every dynasty, every war, they always, how you spell war? W-A-R, right? It's actually wasting all resources. So every war have a cause and consequences and impact. So what we're talking about here, like Xing Chen was saying that, why Stalin rise to power? You can think. If you are Stalin now, you put yourself in Stalin, you no need to actually study all this. First thing you know that your country is so big. What is the first thing you need to do? Is to either a hungry man is an angry man. So you need to either do collectivizations or industrializations. It's the same as Hitler. Hitler come in to take the bunch of, they call, sorry, I know some people might not like it, the bunch of shit they call it. No, when I was in a school, I cannot use the word shit, no? The student cannot use the word shit. When they go toilet, they say, Mr. Shang, Mr. Raymond, I cannot use the word shit. Then what you must use? My parents told me must use, may I go to the toilet to poo-poo? P5, poo-poo. So then shit, use shit now. Which one I have poo-poo? No, shit is a vulgarity word. So I'm sorry, I leave it to you. You're my laughing. Yesterday when I shared this with my student, I laugh until they cry. Say P5 students say poo-poo, my goodness. Go and say shit, means shit, go WC. So what I'm saying here is that it's very important, the choice of word. If you are studying, the first thing is that, do you want to improve the livelihood of the people? Or do you want to improve the economy? Or do you want to improve your leadership so that people respect you and so that people will die for you? People will make sure that you are the leader that can follow you and implement the policy that you want them to do. They say, okay, so okay lah, I got A1, yay. Then when you go out to work, you're going to start your own company or you work as a GM. It's the same thing again. How are you going to please your customer? How are you going to please your employee? How are you going to please your employer, your top management, lower management, middle management? Okay. When I was doing this course, these 3 days, this course 3 days, my lecturer showed me, can you imagine, inside my class, I got a few Malays and other non-Chinese. My lecturer showed me 三国演义, the romance of 3 kingdoms, the recent one. How 那个什么刘备三请诸葛亮, I think you all know what I mean, right? Liu Bei went to 三请那个诸葛亮 as a militarist, the expert in how to fight in the war. Isn't it the same? See, we as a Chinese, in fact, no racist here. No racist, In fact, we all as a Chinese, we have the art of war, we have the so many of 三国演义, so many better. You can tell US, go and attack us, attack China lah. Before they attack China, go and learn the history of China first before they do anything. I'm not sure whether you agree. Okay, I'm not caring whether you are from China or from this. Okay, my ancestor is from China. Okay, and I'm very proud to be Chinese. Even though I'm a Singaporean, I not come from China, but definitely 100% one. My both ancestors, my maternal and my paternal, are all from China. Okay, and I love China histories, not because I'm being biased. So because that, when you have the widespread of understanding of history from different parts of the world, from American history, from early civilization history, from the Roman history, from the European history, okay, from the India history, from the Southeast Asia history, then you start to understand which country, which history is best. That's why, okay, studying history is not, it's how easy. Rome was not built in 1 day. All right. So now you understand this. Okay, for our modern world, the most applicable message we may take away is to cherish our freedom and rights and not to abuse power when we have it. Okay, this part here, I haven't shown my goddaughter yet. That is, I think if I show to her, you say, uncle, got that? You mean seriously, I need to write this? I don't think my teacher will allow me to write this there. I think it's wrong, no? I think my teacher will cancel this and then you will minus mark for me. That is the thing I don't like to hear. All right, to deduct mark. I will say, I'll bracket this. I'll say this is a good sentence, but it's not applicable in your academic exam marks. But if you were to cancel this part here and mark the student down and reprimanded the student and tell the student why the hell you write this, I think it doesn't do justice to the students, in my opinion. So I find that this is wrong. Okay, so wow, you see Benny essay can talk so much about this. Well done. Now let's go to today's lessons of this. Any questions, Ray Chan? You want to say something? No, So this is just now. We finally finished the two essay. Sorry, Xing Chen, you might miss out, but don't worry, you can go through. I told you, right, to go and popular bookshop. Sorry, just a quick one. All of you stay in Singapore here. Huh? All stay in Singapore, right? No, I'm not asking you a very stupid question. I am not asking because I got another class. I was talking to this student saying, then later I say, oh, because you missed the lesson, never mind, lor, you go YouTube and see. Lor. Then this my colleague say, China got no YouTube. They say, huh? What mean China got no YouTube? You know what I mean? I got students from China who listen to my lesson. I'm so proud. Oh gosh, why cannot open? I'm sorry. Give me a minute, guys. Sorry. Stop sharing. What is yes? Okay, let's go. Okay, we finish all this here. Come back. Okay, yep. Okay, we finished already. And then for the set 4 student, I will like be a broken record. Every lesson I'm going to fresh this to remind you. Set 4 students, set 3 next year, 才讲啦. Okay, Ryan, Yichen, and Xingchen. So far, every year I will like to spot question for my student. Remember, study hard, study smart, so that nothing will fall apart, and study with your very sincere heart. Okay, so these are the questions that I predicted. 我不是风水师啊，我不是那种12生肖讲哪个生肖好还是不好。I'm telling you that these are the questions that there's possibility that come up in your coming O-level exam. Okay, so the more time is high chance. Okay. But halfway through in June, maybe I will start to collate again. That might be changes. Okay, so set 4 student take note. So every time you see this question, uncle 你很烦你整天换. But please, if halfway through I start to change Korean War to another things, then you might take note. Means I will gather from for Yichen and Rui Chen, if your teachers have been start to emphasize more later on, maybe somewhere after June or July, when they start to emphasize more on certain topic, please kindly update Uncle Raymond, okay, so that we can share across with all the students. And last year was about 65 to 70% the question came up. Okay, right, we're talking about this one. This is the one I want to show you. You see, remember I told you about the CCP. So I got this picture. So there's one day, one of the students asked me, Uncle, what is the CCCP? Is it the Central Chinese Communist Party? But cannot leh. Then I know that student, I think it's a he, I can't remember. I know he's blurred already. Oh, then why? Not possible. You know how he answered me? Why is it? Then I asked him, why is it not possible, Rachel? You want to say something? Sorry. Or Yichen, whoever? Yes, Rachel. Any suggestion? No, so don't mind you mute your mic. So maybe I say, if you want to say later, you can tell me. You want to say anything? No, okay, thank you. How about Yichen? I can't see your chat group. I don't know why. Oh, now I can see it again. Yichen, why they put CCCP? Then later they say, hey, this one is not from Chinese Communist Party. By looking at this picture, it doesn't look like from Chinese Communist. Why? They say that. I say why? Because if you say Chinese Communist, how come you draw the two Amor here? You know it's Amor, right? I hope you all know.
Russia.
Cool. No. First he said Amor. In Hokkien, I mean 外劳,外国人, a young 人. Okay, so he was talking to me in Hokkien, seriously, literally Hokkien. Okay, all right, my Singaporean kids, not my student. Okay, say that. Oh, okay, so good. He know how to infer, right? Yeah. You see, this one is like he went ahead like that. I thought the China got one pigtail one. And then I saw that this one doesn't look like Chinese to me, and this one another not Chinese to me. Okay, so there's the first inference, he get it. The comparison skill, he get it. The reliability, he got it. The usefulness, he said how useful. Then he say, oh yeah, it's the second thing. Why? This one doesn't look like English to me. Oh, then look like what? Look like not English lah. No lah. Why? Who say got no English? H ma, then E ma, all these things. Just don't like lah. Then look, 1928. Very familiar. Oh, is it Stalin? Oh, very clever. I say very clever. How come you never read here? Wait, how come you never read the inference skills? No, sorry, not inference. The provenance, no, the provenance. Soviet propaganda cartoon. Oh yeah, I forgot. Yeah, you told me before that, Uncle Raymond. Yes, cute, right? The student very cute, right? So don't laugh. You see, such a thing like this, a small little indication to tell you. You realize the 5 and the 4. What does this? Under your general knowledge, under your contextual knowledge, you jolly well have to know that this is a 4-year plan and a 5-year plan, which the Russian is doing. So don't ask me how to pronounce all these words. Huh? So this is really true. Huh? He ever came up. So now for Xing Chen, okay, bonus to you. Huh? So Benny, if you are listening to me, so now you are watching the YouTube later on. So this, so we are all in Singapore. So just take note, if you're all from Singapore, because I was very surprised that I didn't know China cannot watch YouTube. I didn't know China cannot use WhatsApp. That's why we got WeChat. Okay, I also know China may not be able to access Google. Okay, because one of my friends was staying in China and recently he came back. Now he's joining me together as my classmate to attend the course for the past 3 days. Okay, so the thing is that I want to tell all of you is that be careful. All these small things here, okay, this one 1928, okay, of course you ignore all these things, this one, and then this 5 and 4, they will not do it just for the sake of putting the 5 and 4 for no reason. Apparently they have a reason. And then you look at this part here, because I okay, don't mind, can I move away? Because you see the industrialization here. Okay, so these little things is like you are the detective, guys, you are the detective. You have to start to look through, like remember, for source-based questions, if there's a picture given to you, please drill to your skull, to your brain, please. 4 corners. 4 corners. Sorry, I use this 1 corner, 2 corner here, 3 corner, and 4 corner. And this is also very, very super useful for your visual graphic text for English paper 2. Now, they always say, do not cut corners. That is the reason here that we use. If you don't believe, you go and check your visual graphic text. 101%, all the 4 corners will tell a little story. 101%, the 4 corners will always be one of the questions in your visual graphic text, paper 2 questions. Okay, I call it PRATA, P-R-A-T-A, stand for purpose, reliability, audience, tagline, and a list of 8W and 1H. 8W, not 5W. So here is the same thing, the 4 corners. Here 1 corner is quite close to the hand. Here another corner, which is a head. Okay, if you want to put here corner means nothing, nothing also can. But this corner will tell you something. Okay, this guy is very angry. And then you realize here, another corner here. This one is booming to show it. Then after that, the last most important thing, take note for SPQ student, the center of attraction here is super important. Like I say, you can, don't take my word seriously. Go and check your visual graphic text for your English paper 2. Go and check your history, the center of attractions. Okay. By the way, Uncle Raymond's also helped my brother-in-law. I was a business development and sales and marketing, and I do brochure designs, and my brother-in-law is doing printing company. So I have to meet client, right? So people will come and tell me, Raymond, I want to print this brochure. I want to print 200,000, but I want to see this. Okay, so what should I do? So I use this, same thing. See, it helps you. What I'm teaching my student, I can use it in the real life, practical life. So please, don't, okay, so guys, if your teacher has different methods to use it to analyze, to segmentize your pictures, whatever reason, please pay attention and use it. Or better still, guys, if you have your own methodologies, your own way of diagnostic these pictures, that is more easier and able to understand, go all the way out. Because whatever you're going to use this method, you're going to use it for the rest of your life. Trust me, very important. Oh, Yi-Chen, I learned something from you. Yes, China cannot access Google. That's why people joke about China has the Great Firewall. Yeah lah. We are the first emperor of China. The Great Wall of China is the only thing the naked eyes can see from outer space. You tell me which country can do that? Egypt, the Pyramid of Egypt, the Eiffel Tower, the Leaning Pizza, the Grand Canyon. They tell me what the US have besides Burger King and McDonald's. They are junk food. 我们有饺子啊，我们有面条，我们有板面。That's why when Marco Polo went back to Italy, they start to come out spaghetti. Thanks, Yichen. I like this kind of response and sharing. So, okay, this is now you all get at least first. And also, Benny, take note, Benny, if you're listening in your YouTube, so take note of this one. That's very important. Because I realized those IB students school, they like to come up all these things to catch them off guard. All right, so let's go for this one here. Okay, let's go for this. Xinchen, is this the one your teacher was talking about, the rise and impact, right? Yes, thank you, Xinchen. Thank you, thank you. Okay, now, please take note. I can go on and on. If halfway through, children, to all my leaders here, if halfway through you stuck there, if I keep teaching and talking, because sometimes I close my eye, I'm visualizing and talking. Okay. If you send something to my chat group, I cannot receive, please unmute your mic and say, Uncle, stop. I don't understand this slide. Can you please repeat again? I'm copying the notes because it's saying important. Okay, when I say the word serious, you please open your eyes and ear big. Listen. Greek, okay, the Greek terror, 1934 to 30. Now this 5 years is the second so-called second 5-year plans. The first 5 years was very successful. Now, guys, you must ask, hey, uncle, why got 5-year plans? Why cannot be 4 years, man? Why cannot be 3 years, man? Yeah, very good question. It's all drilled down to this. Okay, and it's also drilled down to what they call oh, I only sent to Yichen, sorry. Okay, it's all drilled down to this, all this thing here. And also, it's also drilled down to, we have the long, sorry, one more time, the short, mid, and long. Sorry, what I mean by accident? But it's okay lah, no need sorry lah. Please, this is not school. Don't worry. So, as long no vulgarity can already. But even you want to say vulgarity, then you record, then too bad lah. Okay, I don't care. I ever told you, right? One of my students in my ex-school keeps saying that F word in front of me 50 times. Seriously, and I'm a discipline teacher. My senior counselor, president counselor was standing beside me and saying, Mr. Shang, isn't he going to scold you all that words? You're going to not taking any action against him? By the way, today he is in my Facebook. His whole body also got tattoo. 做人看东西不要一面之词. That student who told me all this thing was in the verge to commit suicide before that. Life is very short. Okay, I saved his life. I talked to him on the 7th day of Chinese New Year. He can't even see his wife just because of parents was being divorced. How can history come in? That is where life is like this. In some part of your life, we have great terror. In some part of your life, we have ups and downs. In some part of your life for a leader, when you are down, you usually will go up. There's never a pit down for the rest of your life. The only thing, if you want to get out of the pit from the bottom, rock bottom, is either use your bare hand, use the tools, improvise it, shout for help, because in your mind, leaders stand for lead everyone and don't expect return. Show how I perform. That's what leadership. Today, he's happily married to a beautiful wife. He's set out his own business. He's none other than my NA student and being the form teacher of him. Okay, I would not want to mention what school ever, you go and find out. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you go and find out. Okay, I have brought students to Changi prison before to visit. So why is this? Then after visiting the Changi prison, I told them, now you know what is history about, and share with them. Do you want history to repeat itself for yourself? Then I mentioned about Hitler. Remember Hitler? Hitler went to prison, right? Then after prison, what happened? If we have this kind of mind, yeah, my life is FML already. I don't care. But different. The moment he went to prison, he wrote the book, My Struggle. He came out even stronger, even the S, not my S, not ASS, even stronger, even superb, and even make sure that he want to hunger for success. This is what great leader is all about. Lee Kuan Yew was nearly died during the Japanese occupation. Was made to kneel down. Thank God he learned the Japanese language and would help to work Japanese. To others might find that he is a Zhougo and work for Japanese. To each his survival. We are not here to comment whether this leader is bad or not. We are here, listen carefully, to study the good, the bad, the ugly side of a leader, and you yourself analyze it. It's just like a lot of people say Donald Trump is no good. Okay? Obama is better. If Donald Trump is no good, how come he can be a president? How come he can win so many votes? Right? So think about it. Just like I mentioned, short, mid, long term. So no need to apologize just because of the word sorry. You see, I can link out to so many big stories. Okay, let's go on to this one. Right, guys, thank you. Okay, Rachel, don't worry. All right, so don't feel bad about those of you who, not you, the previous batch who say, Uncle Raymond, I feel my math, I feel my science, I feel my history. Set one, my history teacher don't know how to talk. My geography teacher every time come to the class, scold the whole class, things like that. I think you all listen until see. You don't own the living from the teachers, okay? You make yourself. You see these leaders here. You see all these people here. Why are they against political impact studying error? They either being assassinated or being killed, or some of them was what? Okay, why all these people? You see, and there are more on the list. Actually, this thing is blocked. I took it from one of the slides shares. I got my own slides, but I don't know where I put it. That's a problem. Okay, so why I'm sharing this slide here and talking about what I mean by mid long-term goal and why there's an impact here. You need to plan. There is a saying, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. So set for student. The student, just like I asked you about the Valorant, I cannot pronounce the game names. My student, Uncle Raymond, follow my lips and follow. It's called Valorant. Or then Valorant, okay. Until now, every day the student play until 2, 3 a.m. So until the student is so get addicted. When the student mother want to take away the laptop, the student was in, wow, like want to kill the moms like that. I think it's too much already. That is the reason, like you see the Great Terror is saying until they're being oppressed, until they cannot take it, they might go against Stalin. That's why Stalin had to set up certain group of spy, just like Hitler. They set up the SS, right? Correct now. The Nazis youth. Why? Because, and also halfway through for the Sec3 student, you might new to Hitler for the time being, that Hitler later on also very skeptical, very pessimistic, very worried that did not trust some of his general, because halfway through, I think all of the Sec4 student will know, right? He nearly killed in one of the meeting, but he was saved by an OAK oak table, protect him from the blast. Then you ask you, tell me for this one for what? So he didn't die lah. So he left one testicle only, right? So why must you tell me that testicle for what? Then some of my students laugh, this one also must stop. Surprisingly, one of my teachers was telling me, I'm not sure is it true or not. He said that in his uni, they talk about this topic for that. So I was thinking, what's so great about his thing, his private parts, all these things. So later he explained to me for you to find out. If you're interested, join the history in university. Okay, so let's go for this one here. Okay, so Stalin launched a series of campaigns of political repression or purges. Write down seriously. Please take note of this word purges. Are you there? Can I see a sign? Are you there? Can I? Okay, move on. Purges. Eliminate, animate, and remove. This word very important. It's very good to use. Many show trial. Also this one. Anything that is black color, please take note right now. Arrest, interrogation, widespread. Why? Because I told you already, right? Because it's been suppressed until cannot already go crazy already. So a hungry man is an angry man. So it's being biased. Imagine the class, if the teacher came into the class and tell you, you are a bunch of clowns. I hate to teach you. Will you feel good? I prefer to teach the other class. So nice and so quiet. You're so talkative. I think some of you will start knocking the head and things like that. There was a case when I was a teacher, one of my friends was in another school. Okay, and this teacher came in, was teaching an NT class, and that's what I heard. The teacher came and said, I don't know why I'm teaching you this bunch of useless group of people. Straight away my friends cannot take it anymore. What happened? He drove his car very near to that teacher car, and that poor teacher, okay, I won't say the poor teacher, the deserved teachers cannot open the door to go to the driver's seat and tell my friends, hey, can you move your car away? No, I cannot open the door. So cannot. Why? Because I'm also stupid teacher. They say, why? Why you scold my class? Stupid. Okay. So that is where you see, once you get this type of things, you already start to have purchased already. You want to get rid of the person. You start to showing trials. You start to show signs that you want to find way to execute that person by all means. Of course, not killing him. Here we are talking about making him life more difficult. So to consolidate his power and enforce the party's discipline. Okay, the Great Terror you have to know. Okay, it might come out in one of the SPQ tests for the Sec3 student. Okay, especially, oh yeah, Sec3 got no mid-year exam. Xingchen, you got no mid-year exam, right? Ryan and Hao Rui don't have, right? Can you just type for me, just to confirm? Jason, thank you, sir. Ryan, I think you told me before. Hao Rui also. Okay, let's move on. Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness, my chat group's over. Okay. Here. Okay. I have problem pronouncing the Russian names. Okay, so just pardon me. If I pronounce wrongly, pardon me. Is Kirov affair? Sergei Kirov, head of the party. So about Leningrad was assassinated. So this is a guy who was one of the reasons. Stalin turned against his own political rivals as in a series of public show. So if one by one, isn't it the same in the past of other history in other countries? Isn't it the same that in Singapore, BAP and the opposition party want to be the leadership, but here we play very gentlemen, not like in the past, they really kill. When I say kill, means really kill. Okay, many of those on trial confessed to the crime they had not committed. Please write down this one, not committed due to the torture and the threats to their families. You see the word threats here? Threats here, is it at the SWOT? Strength, weakness, opportunity, and threats. So same thing. If you're working in a company, you are doing very well. Your bosses, your colleague, even the cleaner, auntie, okay, also like you. So one of your colleague very jealous of you. You will find all means to him is a threat. Say, wow, jialat. Ryan, Xingchen, Rui Chen, Yi Chen, and Hao Rui, wow, all very good. No? When the GM retired, this position will be sure one day be taken by them. Cannot. I must find something very unscrupulous to get rid of them. That's life. That's very true life. But sad to say, it's wrong. Surprisingly, this person who is also very educated, graduate as a first-class honor, might also do this type of thing. Come on. Even lawyer also get corrupted, right? Even policeman or even leader also get corrupted. Why? Because the word called greed, the power of greed and the power to have is very strong. So many of those trials confess. Okay, then I move on. So these are the people. Okay, I think it's in your textbook. This is a very famous one. This is one of the very famous. Just in case, let me minimize my chat groups here. Just in case you see this one, you can see that, yes, I'm guilty. Sure, I try to betray my country. Of course, I'm a traitor. There are no doubt about me guilty. So this is Stalin. Now you see, prove to you the four corners is very important. One corner here, soldier. One corner here, this guy is reading up. And then this corner here, our dear friend Stalin. And this corner here, this guy. And then now, the best part, the central attraction here. So what does it prove you? Prove that whatever they say, whatever they don't agree or they have the force to agree, because the person sitting there is giving the verdict with who? None other than Mr. Stalin, Joseph Stalin. So I don't waste time. Even how I defend myself, whatever it is, I sure get confirmed, jalat one, die one. That's why it's called a show trial. That's why it's called the Great Terror. How do you know? Because you just learn what? Contextual knowledge. History is contextual knowledge. Okay, so this is another one. Okay, just quick. Arrest and interrogations. Okay, so wow, this is not just the end of it, no, children. This guy must be damn crazy, no. You see, whether you were innocent or guilty was unimportant, but were hunted down by the secret police. Right now, they use the secret police. When you say secret police, it's not police that is secret. We are talking about they might be one of the civilian, not wearing police uniform, but mixed around. So it's just like, maybe just imagine that time got coffee shop. Okay, just imagine that Russian got coffee shop. So they sit down and chit-chat. And then they say, wow, this Stalin really a clown, too much. So this guy might pretend a beggar. He can be a beggar. He can be a person who lie there, just pretend that he's drunkard. Or he might be person just pretend eating old man. Then later, disguise as old man. Then start to go. So this so-and-so from this block, this building. Then middle of the night, they just go and blam, attack. And what happened then? Here, 39 million were executed. Guys, take notes of this. It's because of this number of people executed. He's actually shooting himself. Because why I say shooting himself on his feet? Because during the period of World War II in 1942 onwards to 1944, okay, we should don't say 45. This period of time is the worst for the Russian. If these 39 million people were not being killed or executed by him, I think Germany will not be able to penetrate to Russia. I leave these thoughts to you. Agree or not agree? If just like imagine, I have 100 staff working for me. If it's not because of I'm being feel very jealous, envy, or things like that, I fired 30 staff. And I find that these 30 staff might take over my position as my next supervisor. Okay, but if I fire 30 staff, by right, I should employ another 30 staff, right, to compensate it. But I didn't. So what happened? I left 70 staff, right? But maybe then after that, maybe my company is talking about printing. I use this as my brother-in-law, printing. Then Chinese New Year come, right? We need more manpower. We need to do things. What happened? Because the 30 staff that I sacked them, I fired them, whatever reason, I don't want them to continue. These 30 staff might be a skilled worker, who can help the production to increase. But because of that, my brother-in-law suffered a loss of profit, suffered a loss of business, suffered a loss of customers. And because of these unproductive events, the customer ran away from my brother-in-law and looked for another company, something like that. So I'm relating to a real story example. Okay. Why I say that? Because eventually once you have all this knowledge inside, you can slowly to implement it in further on. Like if you want to do business for Set 4 student, next year, if you want to choose business course, law, even gaming, okay. And guess what? Some of my students are really the dream come true. They become gaming. Anyone using Android phone? Please go into this. Not Apple. This game is called Sign Here. Okay, Yichan, you go download this game, Sign Here. Okay, and inside this game, one of the students is called Jerome. Okay, it's my nephew. Google Play. Yes. No, is it Google Play? As long as it's not iPhone. Anyway, I'm an anti-iPhone guy. Sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm an Oppo guy. Okay, Oppo, but actually that day I want to buy Huawei, but they say you want to buy Huawei. But some of the phone cannot go Google. I said, wow, my goodness. Then, okay, I stay on to Oppo. Now all my phone is Oppo. Okay, so you go into, no, not this one. Not this one. It's under Google Play. And this Sign Here is a game designed by this nephew, also my ex-student also. And he's now graduating. And guess what? He's doing a virtual, so-called a virtual for his poly has a Minecraft. I think you all know what is Minecraft. If you don't know, yeah, you go and download later. Sign Here, correct? Is it? Yes. It's a game. It's a postman delivery puzzle. It's not bad, no. For a poly student to come out again, game like that. And one of them now is in the George Lucas, George Lucas, the Star Wars, okay? So just to share with you, and this they later I asked them, I interviewed them personally, okay, Sing Chen and the rest. Hey, I tell you, I ask you, hey, last time you study history and social study, hey, honestly, does it help you in your study, in your poly? Yes, Uncle Raymond, a bit here and there. What I mean by here a bit? Oh, because he taught me how to do the inference and the comparison. What skill again? You forgot already, you taught me those skills, the I syrup, don't know what skill, the deer skill. Why? Oh, because when we want to implement the prototype of the game, we have to show to the lecturer this and that. Then when we discuss with our group member, we have to know which one to use the kind of what you mentioned, provenance. You see, they did not talk about using the algorithm of the programming. No, That one is see one, die one, dead one, 死的. They talk about the fluid, the emotional feelings. Okay? I have to sell my product, which is history. Okay, so I'm a marketing man now. Sorry. Okay. So loss of intellectual skills, correct? True now. Which I'm correct, right? You see, loss of intellectual skills and working officer as a result of this purchase. Then how? Actually, they might be able to invent a better T-34 tank or AK-47s, but because they kill all these things, it's the same thing. 你听过这句话？你懂谁是秦始皇哦？读书真辛苦，见识如见虎，只怪秦始皇烧书烧不完。秦始皇not only burned a lot of books, he'll kill a lot of scholars. Until today, if this scholar in the books, some even the Maxon and some of the nice poets, if it's not because of him, I think the China's history is even richer than what we expected. Sometimes in this thing, what we call 天意。什么是什么书什么 What is this? This one very cheap. I don't understand. Maybe you can translate for me in English. Okay, thanks. I'm also picking up Chinese and Japanese along the way. Okay, this one wakarimasen. I don't understand. Okay, so workforce was driven industrialization of engineers. See, it's just like I told you, right? I fired 30 of my staff and end up my production's affected. Correct now? Okay, good. This one good. Okay, move on. Okay, these are the pictures. Standing purchase. Okay, please take note. This one. Okay, why is it important? Because you see. Anyway, this will be put up in the slide. Burn book, kill the smart people. Oh, yes, correct, law. Correct, law. And thanks to him, the more you kill, you're inviting more enemies. Especially you're killing smart people. Just like what happened to Myanmar now. I have to restrict my comments on this. Okay, just like Myanmar now, you go and judge yourself. Okay, about the junta. Okay, which is the military. Let me put it this way. Obviously, these people never study history. Let's see how long they can take over the country. Okay, anything that use force on your citizens will have a catastrophic 完蛋，全军覆没，一败涂地，满江红。Okay, it's the gone case. Trust me. Anyone who use force is wrong. So you will say, Uncle Raymond, my parents also use force on me. They force me to study. They force me things that I don't like. That force is to make you, to polish you a better person. This force is different from the parents force you. Because eventually you guys, when you are parents, you are going to force your children to do the right thing at the right time, at the right place, at the right situations. That's different. But these people who are doing all these things is the right thing. Smart people, no. They are not terrorist people. You say burn book and kill terrorist people. Okay, I understand, correct. Smart people who help the country to develop. It's a think tank. You know, it's a think tank. It's a tank that a lot of smart people come. That's where the conversation Singapore. Why the government put all the experts? Okay, oh, I hear you. You want to have CPF. I hear you. You want to have MediSave. I hear you. You want to have EduSave. I hear you. You want to build more old folks home. I hear you. You think gambling place, the Marina Bay is enough. No more casino. I hear you. I hear you that you need GST voucher. This is what it meant. This guy never hear one. This why you shut up. Listen to me. Oh, I like this one. So far, okay, Okay, so it's propaganda. I hope to finish these slides by today if possible, okay? Don't mind, bear with me. So the definition of propaganda, okay, write down this word. Propaganda is very important. You realize behind my screen that I got 3 animals here. Okay, these are my 3 favorite animals. These 3 are my mascot, okay? The eagle soar high, the dolphin be intelligent, the cheetah run fast. Okay, learn fast, be intelligent, and soar high. This is what I want from all of you here. So the definition of propaganda is like, I don't know how you're going to say about it, but this word propaganda is very useful for Hitler and Stalin. Take note, this word must die, you must write down. Propaganda. The propaganda means brainwashing. Write down, forcing people mindset. Write down. Forcing people mindset at that time, you don't need to put at that time. If you want to, you put bracket at that time. Forcing people mindsets to adapt and adopt. Are you there? To adapt and adopt the policy and the ideology that the leaders carry out. To adapt and adopt the policy and ideology that the leader carry out in that country. So for example, study. Okay. Can somebody type it inside the chat group so that everyone can, just in case it missed, because if you are not using to talk to me, so help me to type to share. If anyone finished what I say, just type it out so that you can share with everyone. Can please? Thanks all. Xing Chen, no need to reply me. Just listen, Xing Chen. Whoever finished the sentence, just type it up, please. Can? So Benny might be able to see also. Don't mind, help me. Maybe Ray Chen or whoever. Okay, Xing Chen, whatever I'm teaching you now, this is recorded, I know. Please do not share with any of my classmates for what you have learned. I'm so sorry. We need to be a bit selfish here. Okay, you need to learn. Unless your friends share something with you that you did not know, then you share. Okay, that's my adopted of my policy. Can someone type me inside here, please? Are you all finished? It's already 9:30. I still got a few more slides to go, I think. Quite a lot now, please. Come on, help me, please. Rayton, will you be okay to type and send it to the class? Propaganda is what I can't remember what I say also, sorry. Unless I could go back to visit the YouTube. Okay, move on. While you're finished already, can you type it inside here? Whoever can. Now you realize, look at this picture here. Look, see, 4 corner. Central attraction. 4 corner, aeroplane, or means the industrial, 4 corners. Wow, you see, Russian one always like to blow up this fatherly figure of Stalin, very big. Then the rest small one. See, very big here to show he's a fatherly figure, the cult leader. Then show here, wow, got tank, or aeroplane, here tank again, here more tank. To show what? He's a very, because of him, military success. Because of him, industrial success. Okay, all right, Ken. Oh, nobody stand me again. Look here, another picture. 1 corner, 2 corner, 3 corner. See people here. Wow, got rise up. Collectivization, this one. Then the pictures here show people in it. Here, you see, there's a broad pipe. This one, Stalin show himself as a fellow comrade with the worker. The slogan read, "It is our worker who make our program achievable." So he lead by example. He show by example. Okay, so it's a central figure here. Then these are the people here, and these are the Russian words here. What can you tell from this photo montage? Again, you see, got African people somewhere. See the corner, see children again, children again, children again. Here, oh, finally got a figure. So you see, you realize the children are all his background, but you show his father figure. That means all the children, thanks to him, that they have a brighter and a happier future. Okay, this is how you used to learn. Okay, along the way, when we are doing SPQ for the next couple of lessons, I will tell you more on that. All right. So here, look again, same, you see. What do you think is the tools necessary for propaganda? False information, censorships, making everything look good, hiding the truth. That means Stalin loved to take away certain pictures of certain people. So you see the corner here, nothing. Okay, so if it's nothing means here, the 4 corner, nothing means the central attraction is him already. To show that you see the thumbs up, you see. Is mighty and powerful, okay? Standard use of propaganda to control people. So write down this one, please. Use propaganda. Remember, they want to force them to adapt and adopt the mindset of the leaders. That's him. He wants people to strictly follow his ideologies and his belief and his doctrine and his policy, that all these 5 years plans would definitely benefit USSR and the citizens, so that it can be a very powerful and more advanced country compared to the European counterpart. He used propaganda to convince people he was closer friend of Lenin. Okay, picture, right? As they say, picture speaks 1,000 words. Make Trotsky look like a bad person. Remember when he carried the coffin of Lenin? Okay, state censorships, the cult of personality. In fact, out of this point here, false informations, censorships, and cult leader, I will use this as one of the main strongest propaganda. So without much time, you can write false information to use propaganda. Hey, that Trotsky no good. Remember, is it Sherlock using this false information? That's why Stalin was able to rise to power? Or is it censorship that is Sherlock again? Or is it because of his personality? To me, I find it is more to the personality. If you do not have a good personality, no matter how censorship you are, what kind of false information, they don't like your face means don't like your face lah. Correct or not? You cannot talk means cannot talk. You cannot implement means cannot. That's what I believe. Okay, you can bet the difference, right? Okay, let's move on. You see this one? Now you don't see. Wow, this guy must be very good in Photoshop, leh. Oh, now you see me, now you don't. So why you take away this guy? Then put where, you see? Because this guy is very close to him. He didn't want him to be here. Please go away. So when you put here means, oh, hey, no, bluff one. Stalin say he's very close to Lenin. No, these two are closer. Now he purposely take away. You see the power of media? Isn't it last time the power of media is so propaganda? Isn't it until now also the same thing? Okay, why do you think the cult of personality was developed? Social impact. Okay, I will stop here again because we got about quite a fair bit for 120 slides. So social impact. Okay, this will be the, okay, just a quick one. Social impact. I'll stop here for social impact. No, because I don't want to miss this one. I want to show something else to our dear friend here. This is the guy. Okay, Joseph Goebbels. I think it's either Yi Chen or Rui Chen who told me this, right? Okay, this is the guy who is in fact much better than Hitler. Okay, he speaks even much better. You see, and was known for his skill in public speaking and his deeply virulent anti-Semitism, which was evident in his publicity for his anti-Semitism, anti-Jews. Okay, it evoked. Huh?
Like he looks more skinny.
Sorry, I can't hear you, sir.
Like you said that he was big size.
Yeah, okay, so you're right. Yes. 你看来很奇怪嘞. Wait. Okay, I want to cross-reference. I know someone, I think I was got 50% that it was you, either you or Yi Chen, okay? So yeah, 你看我的头脑是想另外一个人，我的心是讲另外一个人。That's why I was confused. Then after that, when you end the lesson, then I go back and think, I think one of my students say correct, Joseph Goebbels say seriously. Okay, sometimes 有时我会自己也是 teacher was I'm not saying I'm also a human so yes, thanks Rui Chen. So okay, this one go and read so you know why. Let's show you. Oh, hopefully I got a picture. Alamak, where is it? I did have the picture, so sorry. I don't know why it doesn't show. Wait, give a minute. Oh no, this is the end of the chat. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, closer. Ready? Nah. Can you see out? I'm talking about this guy, but I'm thinking about this guy. Return, get it now. Because that day I was reading some article, was doing history propaganda.
That's Rome, the one that Hitler so-called accused to be.
Yeah, this guy lah, correct. So I was talking about this guy because that day I was watching a German movie. He was talking about this guy. So I was thinking of this guy. This guy is also another very good, these three are the, okay, sorry. I don't understand why. One of my students, uncle, why? Ernest Röhm look like a gay to me. Say, oh, come on, please. How to look at? No, I read some book. He says he's like a gay. That's why Hitler don't like him. He kill him. He make him to become a scapegoat. Okay, after reading through, certain books say, yeah, he's a bit no, but then again, the main ultimate false accusations, informations. Remember propaganda to make him. He was one of the SS leader. So sorry, Arizen, that day I was looking at watching a movie because he was mentioning this guy. Okay, I was watching because that day I was so tired. You know how I distress myself is to watch war movie. Seriously, any war movie from the Tan Song Ye Ming Qing, as long as is fighting is wow, I like the one boom, like those fighting where people die, then 讲义气, go and say that. That's how I distress myself. So sorry, so I was watching the movie, I was thinking of him. I was using the name, but I was thinking of saying this guy. So I'm so sorry. So to prove to you, see, I purposely take it. It's in your textbook, It's in your textbook. It's in this textbook here, So you see, I make the mistake. I admit it. I'm so sorry. That I apologize for that. Okay. So what is your homework? Of course, got homework lah. Okay. Your homework is I will send to you with some of the. Wait, give me a minute. The other one is you can do this to study the social impact. Okay. What do you think about the social impact? What Stanley has done? Okay, using your PowerPoint if possible, or even your words. Okay, Xing Chen, the Google Classroom. Give me a minute. The Google Classroom, I have to go. Stop sharing first. Sorry, for the benefit of Xing Chen, give me a minute. I'm so sorry, guys. Okay. In fact, later I'm gonna mark my paper, so just a quick one. So sorry. What is the Google Classroom? There's a code, right? Yeah, there's a code. Class code. Okay, got it. Xing Chen, do you see that? The class code. Okay, for Google Classroom. Okay, just go in there and then I will put the homework for you all to do. Okay, so please go and take a look at it. So Benny, just in case you did not know that we're going to do SPQ, I'm going to look for some of the questions. And some of you, some of you know that this, if you go to Popular Bookshop, you look for under Mrs. Wong B. Tin. Okay, Mrs. Wong or Lim B. Tin. Behind the book guidebooks, there's a name there. You can buy the SPQ and SEQ. Okay. Last week, one of my Set 4 students, Ian, okay, Rayson, okay, he came back to me and passed to me his notes, and he highly recommend that books, and that's how he scored his A1 from there with the help from me. And I don't want to get credit, okay, because some of the, I think if you're free, next week is a school holiday, guys. Just pay a visit to a Popular Bookshop, okay? Go and take a look at that SPQ and SEQ books, okay? The guides there, the point there. His was my good friends, she, not he, okay? And look at the books and tell me how good it is, okay? It's a very useful book, and please don't share with people first, okay? So sorry.